Should I buy now or should I wait? If you've been thinking about buying a home, chances are you've asked yourself that exact question. And you've probably heard a lot of opinions from friends, from family, from social media, and from the headlines that make the market sound either amazing or possibly terrifying. Today, I want to walk you through the real answer. The truth is, it's not actually about the market as much as people think. I'm Mark Steele, real estate broker since 2011, and my goal is to give you all of the real estate information that you need and make it as simple as possible. You're listening to the Simple Real Estate Podcast. Most people assume the decision to buy a home should be based on predicting what the market will do. Will prices drop? Will interest rates fall? Will something better come along? Maybe you've seen 20 or 30 homes and just think the next one could be it. But here's the reality. Very few people successfully time the real estate market. It's not because people aren't smart, it's because markets are influenced by thousands of variables. It could be interest rates, could be government policy, the supply of property on the market, population growth, employment, and even psychology. So instead of asking, is this the perfect time to buy? A better question is this the right time in my life to buy? For example, buying often makes sense if you're financially stable, you have a steady income, you plan to stay in the home for several years, and you're buying within your comfort zone. Now, on the other hand, waiting might make sense if your job situation is uncertain, as some people might be experiencing in our current year. You may be moving soon, or you're stretching your finances a little too far past what you're comfortable with. But here's something that many buyers don't realize. When markets slow down, buyers often gain advantages they didn't have before. There's usually less competition, you may have more negotiating power, and you often have time to do inspections and conditions properly, rather than competing and rushing your conditional periods. Compare that to the highly competitive markets where buyers feel rushed and sometimes waive protections just to win a home. So the market is always going to have some trade-offs on one end or the other. Sometimes prices are lower, but interest rates are higher. Sometimes the rates are lower, but competition is a little more intense. There's rarely going to be a perfect moment for you to jump into the market. So again, I say get in when you're comfortable. Buying a home isn't about predicting the future perfectly. It's about making a thoughtful decision that fits your life and your finances. If you're ready, waiting for perfection can sometimes mean missing opportunities. And if you're not ready, that's perfectly okay too. The key is understanding your own situation and not trying to outguess the entire market. Hopefully that helps if you've been bouncing around the idea of getting into the market now or waiting. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at mark@soldourhome.com. In our next episode, we're going to flip the conversation and talk about the other side of the equation. Should you sell now or should you wait? Thanks for listening to the Simple Real Estate Podcast. I'm Mark Steele, your real estate broker, and I'll talk to you soon.